Scrappy friends, welcome back to my video and welcome to the second video in our Keeping It Simple Triangle edition. That was fun. I liked how my first one came out. I didn't think my triangles were very overpowering. And if you missed that, I'll have it linked at the end of this video with the entire Keeping It Simple playlist, because this is our 9th round of doing Keeping It Simple. So we're going to continue today using triangles. Again, I'm probably going to keep it somewhat limited because I want to keep it simple, but also, like I mentioned in the first video, triangles are a challenging shape for me to use. But I think I'm going to be able to do this, and I'm hoping it comes out as I have it planned in my mind. But for today's video, I'm going to be using the You Graduated paper collection. It's a smaller collection that Creative Memories put out earlier this year. And of course, it's for documenting graduation photos. And I'm going to be doing a 2-page layout for my daughter's high school graduation, which was back in 2016. I've already done 1-page spread, so this one will be more of a few more up-close shots of family before we had left for the graduations. So this pack, of course, is perfect. It's mainly grays, black, and some gold. Maroon and gold were their 2 school colors, so I am going to be bringing in some maroon as well. But I really love this gold piece, and I'm going to be using these for my background pieces today. And then I'm going to bring in the maroon. This is from Bedazzled. It's a collection that came out a few years ago, but it has this nice dark maroon. I think it's perfect. And then I'm going to bring in this maroon and blue paper. I know blue is not one of her school colors, but I'm hoping that it's going to tie in nicely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get going. Okay, so here's our gold paper background, and I went ahead and cut the star paper into 2 4-inch blocks. And this is what I'll be using for my triangles on this layout. So again, I'm gonna take my 4-inch blocks and cut them in half. I feel like I like this size triangle. It's not too overwhelming. So I'm just going to stack them together and position them on the edge of my personal trimmer here and just cut it. There we go. And then my idea this time is to bring the triangle into the corner like this and like this. So I'm just getting a little bit of the stars in each corner. And then for these 2, I will drop them down here to this corner. That's my idea for this layout. So we'll see moving forward if I'm going to move them around or not. And then my idea with this is to cut it into a 6-inch piece and use half on each side, kind of like a block or a strip to house my photos. Okay, and then I'm going to put it somewhere here in the middle. Maybe we'll overlap that triangle and have it come right to the edge of the top triangle. There we go, for now. Before I commit to the actual placement of these blocks across the paper, I do want to bring in a border and kind of run it across the bottom. So for that, I'm going to bring in woven scallop and some black cardstock, and I'm going to punch out a border using my border making system. So woven scalloped is an edge punch, so I do need to trim it off the edge. And I'm going to trim it to 1 inch. So I'm just putting the top scallops on the 1-inch mark, and I'll do that on both sides. Okay, now I'm going to take this. I left myself enough room there that I can tuck it up underneath. And this is where I'll play with the placement a little bit. So let's see, I might come up over here. I'm bringing this to about the 3-inch mark down from the top of the paper, and then I'll slide the border right underneath like that, and maybe bring this part in so it looks like that. Yeah, I think I like it here on top, so let's go ahead and try this one on top. Yep, I kind of like that. So let's slide the second side up to the 3-inch mark and bring in our borders for here and our triangle. There we go. Yeah, I like that triangle. It's very cute. Okay, let me bring in my photos and we can see how we're going to put these photos on. So that might change some of our placement of our paper as well. Okay, I have several horizontal and vertical photos. So let's see, I'll probably put one. I love this one of them being, my son and daughter being goofy. My daughter was in the newspaper, our local newspaper, and here's a little blurb about that. I'm thinking to put that over there. And I do have a couple left over from the graduation ceremony, so let's see, maybe something like that. Okay, let's change this around and do it like this. And let's just see what we have here. Trying to make sure everybody's equally represented. I like that one. And then I have these two left. And I probably could use a peekaboo pocket, maybe like right there. Let's see. Let me change this around. Let's kind of put this one, as you're starting the page, it's just her. And then maybe a family photo right here. And then put this up to get this one on here. I can trim this one down. Let's see, let's move this one over here. And then this one right there. Yeah, I like that layout much, much better. So I'm not really seeing my border too much behind there, which is okay. But let's try sliding those triangles back again, now that we have more idea there. I kind of like that because it's not, the triangles are now just kind of a little accent on the page, a little pop of color, not so much highlighting the triangle itself. Yeah, I like it tucked behind a lot better. Before I decide on any other photo placement, I do want to bring in my title, which is this super cute banner which came with the embellishments for the You've Graduated collection, and I'm thinking of running it right across the top like this. Yep, I do like that. I think it's playful and fun. So I am going to go ahead and trim down this photo. I feel like I have a lot of open space here as well as this photo here. So let me trim those down. Okay, there we go. Those are 4.5 by 4 inches. I like that much better. Let's scoot this one. Let's scoot it like this. Let me take these away. I'll just put this one here for now, and remember to bring a peekaboo pocket in for those. Tuck everything in and closer to the center. I just like to do that. This page is coming along really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and get everything adhered down, and I'll be right back. But while I do that, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to please click that like button. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate each and every time you do it. So thank you for doing that, and I hope that you're enjoying this Keeping It Simple Triangle Edition. Hold on, and I'll be right back. So I did a little bit of rearranging once I started adhering. I decided this is the one I'm going to have a peekaboo pocket on. So I'm going to put that up here instead. And I moved this one down here so that these smaller ones would be closer together when you open the page. I felt like it just flowed a little bit nicer. And I haven't adhered these down yet because I wanted to come back and talk to you about that. I think for these two, how they extend up out of the mat and into the base page here, I thought it would be nice if they had a mat around them. So for this one here, and especially this one, it's her by herself, and I want to highlight that this was important, you know, that she's the focal point of this layout, and so I wanted to bring in a double mat. So I'm going to bring in the star paper that I used for the triangles, and I'm going to mat it. Now you can't really see the stars, but that's okay. I just wanted to mainly bring in that maroon color. So I went 1/4 inch all the way around with that one, and then I'm going to bring in a black mat and back it like this. I just thought that that really helps to make her pop out, and it's very simple to do, and I had the room up here to do that. Now over here where the peekaboo pocket's going to be, I'm just going to bring in a black mat and pop that out there. That way when I put the peekaboo pocket on, I will line up the photos to go like that, and then it'll be a mat all the way around. So I went with a little bit bigger mat here. It's 1/2 inch all the way around. It's the same size as this black mat on the opposite side. So I think that really helps to kind of, you know, give my page a little bit more definition. Okay, I'm ready to move on to embellishing. This is a very simple page, and I'm loving my triangles. They're not too intrusive, and it's giving me that pop of school color that I needed for this layout. So I am going to go very, very simple on my embellishments for a couple of reasons. One, because I want to make this page very simple. That's the idea behind my series. And I want my triangles to kind of be part of the decoration as well. And there's not a lot of room left. I've got a lot of photos on here, and I didn't really crop down them too small. So, and I like that part. But I do have a couple areas that I'd like to embellish. I'm going to leave the top alone and keep it just very, very simple. Congrats, graduate says a lot about my page. In fact, I don't have to get any journaling on here because the other page I did that comes after this one, I guess it would be in my album with more of the ceremony, has a spot for journaling. So I don't have to do journaling on this page specifically. So I want to kind of bring in some embellishments just down here in the corners. You'll see I have this open area here where I got the back of somebody's head, and then I have this area that is not needed in the photo. So I like this one that says your future is so bright, and it has a little bit of gold foiling in it, which it matches beautifully with my banner up here. So I'm going to bring this one down right here. I think it covers the back of that head really nicely. For the other side, I thought this stack of books is cute. And let's see what else we have. I have of course, the embellishments that go along with this collection are cute and appropriate for graduation. In fact, here, look at this one. I like this one better. We'll save the books for something else, but it has the graduation cap on it. So we're going to put that one there instead. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. And I love the cameras. I have one with the gold foiling and one without. Let's try the gold foiling. I'm thinking I can tuck it in right over here, kind of move that around, go up a tad. There, I like that. Perfect. I like that the way it is. Over here, I want to bring in some gold foiling, so I have these stars, and it'll go with my other stars in the paper, and bring in that gold foiling down here. Let's see. Kind of like it behind. I could see a little bit more of the stars when it sits like that. So I'll probably come and pop this one up on foam tape and that one up on foam tape just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, I like it how it's just raised above the camera a little bit more. And then this one, yep, you can see the stars a little bit more behind there as well. Okay, and then the last thing I want to bring in is, I love some of these stars that are on here. And so I'm going to go with like this little black star. Let's see, let's take the little white one and a black one and kind of overlap them a little bit and kind of just put it right down here. And let's see if I can do the same thing over here. Here's another black one and a little bit bigger white one. And that'll work. We'll just reverse them. Put the big one and the little one overlapping like that. And then do something like that. Yeah, so I kind of kept that little bit of a star theme with it. And as far as my embellishments, that is all I'm going to do. I'm truly keeping this simple. layout number 2, using the triangles just to bring in that little pop of color in the corners, and I love it. I love it, and I'm so happy to get this graduation layout finished and into my album. So thank you for joining me today and coming along in my triangle journey. I hope that you're being inspired to break out some of those triangles and get them used on your page. So until next time, everybody, take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.